Hi everyone. It is me, Sailor Mini Moon, Sailor Small Moon, Sailor Little Moon Reenie here, talking about, you know, how Irwin Toy and Bandai made the stands so bad. And you might say, how could they make the stands bad? So, there are two kinds of stands, those for boots, those for shoes, those for high heel shoes. And in the Sailor Moon world, those are the only three kind of shoes you have, at least the dolls go. And most of them either have shoes or high heel shoes. So you would think that the stands that came with these dolls from between 95 YL to 2001 YL, you would think that they would fit. Well, they don't. Some of them don't fit at all. Others, the dolls just kind of lean forward or lean backwards as if the stand was never meant to hold dolls up with high heel shoes. And if you have dolls that just have shoes, well, then you gotta fight to get the doll feet to get into the stand. You know? So we got a whole lot of doll stands coming anywhere from the 8th, starting from the 8th between to the 22 diff of this month. And that should take care of this whole thing. But you're at the same time, you're like, why did they make that so bad? Why did they make it where that stands for dolls wearing shoes either can't hold them well, or can't even fit into them? Did they even seek to see if it would fit? No, I got a belief they did not seek to see if it fit before they sealed it up. I have a belief they just made it, then they put it in a box and either flew it or shipped it off, and that was it. They didn't have to know if the high heel or the boots or the shoes, the shoes were going to work with the stands made for them. It was just luckily that the stands seemed to work great if you got boots on, but if you got shoes on, then yeah. Either the stands will either make the dolls bend on the side or just fall right over. Or even if you happen to have wearing boots like some of us do, you'll have to fight to get the foots to go in the stands made for boots as well. And you're thinking to yourself, why is that? You know? And you know how smooth it is for these legs to break. You know? So even getting a dolls to get their feet into, even if dolls wear boots, that's even a fight. Because even if you got to fight to get their legs into the stands, and they're for boots though. And it only seems to be if you're wearing boots, then the stands seem to work, or at least work all right. If you're wearing shoes, then the stands can't hold you. You either bend to the side or just fall over. Now I know someone is going to say, "Oh well, need be the stands that Irwin Toy made and Bandai made at that time. Maybe they weren't made for those kind of dolls." Oh, did they just make those stands like a mistake? Oops, we made the wrong stands. Too late now. Is that how the whole thing was? Or did someone just not know how to make them right? Like the team making the stands wasn't the team making the feet or the shoes or the boots. And each team really didn't know what the other team was doing. They're like, oh, well, they had these folks making doll stands for shoes, boots, and then someone goes, all right, well, what do you have? Well, we got these stands. It should hold the dolls up, but they're wearing shoes. Well, they might have to fight to get their feet into it. They might bend over. Oh, it's passable, you know. Now I know a lot of folks are going to say, "Oh, well, Bandai has still makes dolls to this day." Yeah, they still make Sailor Moon dolls to this day. They still make that, but I would bet that the stands they still make are still bad. You know, it's like if you're wearing shoes or you're wearing some kind of shoes, it's like you either got to get some kind of doll stand like this one right here, because that's the only way it's going to work. I mean, unless you don't care about the doll bending backwards or falling down in some awkward time. And even if, it's like, why were the Irwin toy stands and the Bandai stands like badly made when it came to dolls wearing shoes? But they seem to make them all right with dolls wearing boots. But I'd take it back a little, because you even got to fight to get the boots in. And and someone might say, "Oh, well, you know what? Someone might say that, oh, it's the ground, it's the setting that you're putting the stands on." Well, if that's true, every single thing I put the stands on must be really bad. The stands must not know how to hold dolls up with wearing shoes. But Nibi knows how to hold dolls wearing boots. And I know you can't really scathe anyone at Irwin Toy because they've been out of business for years. And Bandai would say, yeah, we made those shitty stands back in between. Yeah, they would say, nah. They would say Irwin made those shitty stands from between 95 while the 2001 YL. Here's the stands we make now. Yeah, we know the stands that Bandai makes are these glass things that look like a round board. And even they have a hard time holding dolls up. So, why do you think Irwin Toy was really bad at making doll stands, at least for Sailor Moon dolls? If you ask them to make a doll stand for Sailor Moon dolls wearing shoes, it's like, oh shit, we don't know how to make that right. And the greatest that you get is when the doll just like leans over a little, but it doesn't fall over. And you're like, yeah, that's good enough. And I know someone's going to say, oh, maybe that wasn't the right stand that came with the doll. I don't care. If it's a stand made for shoes, it should hold the doll up. No need if it was the one that came with the doll or not. So that's sad. I'm going to end this film with a little thing. And a lot of folks can stand and say that the doll stands that Irwin Toy made, if they made them for Sailor Moon dolls wearing shoes, which most of them did wear shoes, then yeah, they were bad. They couldn't hold the dolls up. They would like bend over. They might just fall over. But if they made doll stand for Sailor Moon dolls wearing boots, which very few of them did wear boots, then they can hold that. Well, like I say, I'm going to get a whole lot of doll stands next week. And then everyone is going to have their own doll stand holding them up on that book stand. So I just picked them with the stand on them. And I won't ever have to worry about taking them on and off stands anymore. It'll make it more smoother for me to get them out when I need them. And when I want to do a team film or something, they already got a stand. They're up straight. And there you go. Well, all right, everyone. I'll see you later. Give this film a like, share, and playlist it. And see you later.